Hello and welcome to another edition of Lab Rats. My name is Andy Walker.
I'm Sean Carruthers.
And today on the show, we're going to be looking at the next generation of cameras, from like the very cheapest models that you might use to film something on YouTube, all the way up to the gear that we use here on Lab Rats, and help you understand which type of video device that you're going to capture your version of Lab Rats on.
It is the YouTube generation. Everyone wants to get into this game.
That's right. So, and what we're going to do is present the different price points and then the functionality, right, Sean?
Yeah, more or less.
Yeah.
I mean, you can go big or you can start small, but each has their pros and cons. So we'll talk about this.
All right. Let's take a break. When we come back, which video camera is for you and your production at home? You know, whether you want to post a video on YouTube or just shoot around the house or maybe even shoot your cousin's wedding, you know, you're going to need a video camera. And
yes.
There are lots of options these days, right, Sean? There's like everything from a bottom price point to thousands of dollars.
There's tons. And, you know, back in the day when you wanted to shoot something that was video, you had to get out this huge old thing with the tape and, you know, cart it around like a bazooka. It was gigantic. But now video sensors have gotten so small and cheap that they're putting them into anything. So now you've got them in cell phones, you've got them in little dedicated devices, you've got them in bigger cameras. So almost any place you go, you can actually bring a camera now.
Right. So we thought we'd take, running the gamut here and start with a few $100s, somebody with a budget with a few $100 and go all the way up to that $5,000, $6,000 model. We'll show you some of the cameras we use here at Lab Rats. But let's take them through. Let's just start at the very beginning. You want to make a little video, you want to maybe cut it a little bit and post it on YouTube or whatever. Where would you start, do you think?
Well, the first thing, if you have a cell phone, I guess, haul out your cell phone, because chances are your cell phone these days is going to have a camera. I've got the iPhone 3GS here, and it's got a little camera built into the back. So chances are you already have one built in, and you can do some minor editing with it. Anybody that's shot with one of these knows it's not that great.
Right. And I guess not all video editing software will manage it's not easy to manage some of the file formats that come out of these guys.
It depends. I mean, a lot of them will shoot in a format that is pretty standard, but some of them have their own proprietary thing, not so easy to pull off and do anything with in your regular software.
Right.
So yeah, it could be a good choice, but maybe not. Either way, chances are the quality you're going to get out of it is not going to be good. But it's free because you already have that in your pocket.
Right. Now, if you're aspiring Spielberg and you really want something you want to work with and do a little bit of editing, what's your first choice?
Well, the first step, I think, if you're on a limited budget, is to get a little dedicated device that'll go anywhere with you. And we actually have a series of them right here from our friends at Flip Video. Now, they sort of redefined the whole handheld video camera.
They really did, right? They were like, the YouTube thing happened, and people are putting video up, but why not develop a device ideal for the YouTuber?
Right, and I mean, this is perfect for the YouTuber because we've got 3 different versions. We've got the original one here. This right here is in standard definition, and then these 2 right here. Oh no, try to keep them upright. These 2 are in high definition. So they have reasonably good quality. A little bit grainy in low light, so they're not perfect. They don't come with flashes built in general, and they will shoot your video fairly well. Outside in bright light, if you're shooting a sporting event, perhaps it'll look good, or if you're shooting that wedding outdoors, it'll look reasonably good. Easy
to use. I want to show you this is kind of a cool functionality here. You basically plug it into your USB port right here, and then just drag the files straight off and onto your editing software.
And that's why they call them the Flip, because that flips up and you can just stick it straight into your computer.
Right.
No need to worry about cables.
So easy to use, very affordable, high definition version if you want. The sound, I guess, isn't ideal.
Sound is not ideal because it's all built in. But it does have an LCD screen on the back, and that's one of the nice things about all of these. Even the low-end version has a little screen on the back, so you can actually see what you're doing.
Okay, good.
So let's do a really quick video here. Should have done this while we were talking about this. So this is just, you can see what the look of this is. It's good, and we've got some reasonably good light. Yeah, move around a little bit.
Hi, I'm Andy Walker, and welcome to another edition of Lab Rats. Today on the show, the Flip Video.
Okay, so and we also did a little bit of audio from that too, so you can hear what that sounds like coming through there. It's different. It's not so professional.
Right. Okay, good. Okay. So graduating from that is obviously cameras, the still cameras these days have a video option, right?
Yeah, they do have a video option, so let's just turn that one off. We've got a couple of still cameras here. Now almost everyone has a digital still camera as well. And these are 2 options here. We've got Matt's Coolpix 550, and I've got the Lumix LX3, which is a little bit higher end, a little bit more manual control on it.
Now you used these professionally recently, didn't you?
Well, not exactly professionally, but This one right here, I actually used to
Yeah.
shoot a video that you're familiar with.
Yep.
I went to a farm and shot a picture of a video of a sheep.
Nice.
Yeah, the Nass sheep. Yeah. So, anyways, again, not necessarily the best quality in the world. Most of them are 640 by 480 or VGA as they call it.
Yeah.
It's adequate. The microphone is built into the camera, so again, the sound quality is not great.
Right.
But again, it may be in your pocket, and it's a step up potentially from the lowest end of the flip, and definitely from the one in your cell phone.
And I noticed actually, we were at the Consumer Electronics Show this last year, well, we go every year, but this last January, there were guys kicking around actually shooting video with devices like this and posting them as video bloggers, right? So,
Yeah.
really it is that the quality is good enough to actually capture quasi-commercial quality video.
And these typically shoot in formats that are recognizable to most video editing programs as well. So in QuickTime format or in an AVI or Windows Media even.
Right.
So they are quite good. Again, they're not professional quality. They're lower resolution. In low light, they might start to crap out a little bit. And
of course, the audio is not going to be good.
And the audio is not going to be as good.
Okay, good.
So this one, we're looking at a couple $100 for this maybe. And this one is about 3 or 4 depending on where you get it because of the manual controls.
Got it. Okay,
So
good.
there we go.
All right,
So-
now moving on up.
Moving on up.
And this is what most people would start with. They would think, okay, I need actually a video camcorder, the traditional format.
Right.
And these are very affordable these days, right?
Right, these are getting quite affordable. So you can get one that shoots standard quality video for just a couple $100s now. Put it on videotape, although a lot of them are starting to move to SD video, so you can just shoot straight onto something like this. This is what the still cameras that we have shoot onto,
Yeah.
and what a number of other smaller handheld video cameras are shooting onto.
Okay.
This one right here still shoots onto tape.
Yeah.
But it shoots in high definition as well, 1080i,
Right.
which is 1920 across and 1080 down.
Right.
So it's high quality.
High quality, yeah.
And again, it uses a CMOS, and it
In fact, the camera we're shooting with this is actually
Oh, yeah.
is this model is actually shooting this right now.
Yeah.
We have two of them
the
obviously.
camera is shooting itself more or less.
Right, exactly.
So we are using it as one of our professional cameras here.
Yeah.
They are this good. Now this one is about $1,000
Yeah.
because of that. I think it actually may have come down since we got it, but we're looking now at something that shoots high definition, gets really good quality out of it, uses CMOS, which you might remember from one of these old video cameras or web cameras.
Webcams, yeah.
Didn't look so good at the time because CMOS was still a little bit in its infancy at that point.
Right.
But now it's sort of leapfrog CCD, which is what a lot of people might be saying, why aren't you recommending CCD or 3 CCD cameras?
Right.
It's sort of gone past that level. Still not so great in low light, but a lot better than it used to be, and definitely better than CCD in good light.
Right, so let me just stop you there for a second, because I think it's an important point, right?
Yeah.
So you're going to go and you're going to look for a camera like this, and you're going to have a choice of either CMOS chip or a CCD chip.
Right.
And what you're saying is, once upon a time, you would have said, don't buy the CMOS, buy the
Exactly.
CCD. But now CMOS has leapfrogged the CCD.
Yeah, you got to make sure that you're getting the right kind of CMOS. If you're getting a $1,000 camera, the CMOS is going to be one of the good ones. I mean,
Okay.
you can almost bet on that. If it's not, then there's a huge problem here.
Right.
But I mean, these old web cameras that had CMOSs, not so good.
Not so good, yeah.
But yeah, the CCD versus CMOS debate, you don't really need one versus the other these days. Both of them are really good quality. CMOS is where a lot of them are going because it uses less power,
Right.
and it's, I think, easier to make as well.
Right.
So anyways, this has this, and it's got an HDMI output as well, so you can hook it directly to your TV and see it in high definition.
The other thing, I think this one has a separate audio in too, doesn't it? So you can put an external microphone on there?
Right, and when you
Right.
move up to that level, so 500 and higher, then you can generally add extra audio. So we've got those connectors here, and up front, we actually have the connectors for the microphone, et cetera. So you can
Right.
actually hook a separate camera or a microphone up there, and then right here we've got a little shoe at the top what we can put the microphone attached to. We can put
Right.
one of our transmitter packs on there.
And that's a little secret we're going to share with you from here in Lab Rats, is that you're going to want to, if you want to make really great video, what's important first of all is going to be your audio. We learned that in early days at Lab Rats, didn't we, Sean?
Yeah.
So if the audio is nice and crisp and clear and you get it mic'd properly, the picture actually can be a bit fuzzy and not ideal in the framing because people actually get information via the audio and the picture is actually complementary. So you actually really want a good microphone that plugs in separately into a camera if you're going to make really good quality stuff.
It seems counterintuitive that you can have a sort of lousy picture with great audio, and that's preferable to a great picture with lousy audio.
Yeah.
Because you'll be struggling to make out what people are saying, and I think people really connect with the speech, the communication.
Communication, exactly, absolutely. Okay, good. Okay, so that would be now, and you can go up as high as $2,000 and as low as about $500, and there's sort of a nice range there when you get down to this.
You've got a bit of a range there, and so we're using one with a tape in there.
Yeah.
You can get one with a hard drive in there. The downside of that is once it fills up, you have to offload it before you can shoot anything else.
Yeah.
The tape ones, like the optical ones, you can get ones with little DVDs in there. The nice thing about those is when you run out of space on the tape or the DVD, just flip another one out.
Yeah.
They're getting less common these days because people are moving to the
flash
the flash memory cards.
Okay, good. Moving up from this, okay, so you spend $1,000 or $2,000, you're ready to kind of go semi-pro now.
Yeah, and speaking of flash memory cards, so I'll go over and grab one of the other ones that we're working on here, and we're still going to tape here. This right here is our Sony EX1.
Right.
And it's a little bit too big to fit in our main camera here, so you get to see the lens for a second. Whoop.
Now, a lot of professional outfits are actually using these now in broadcast outlets. Like the quality on this is as good as the traditional $80,000 beta cams that they're using.
Yeah, it's better in some cases.
Right.
And the interesting thing, a story that I can tell you about that is on the lab with Leo, where we were shooting in Vancouver up until last year, we were actually shooting with XD cam, professional ones using Blu-rays and big removable lenses, $30,000 cameras with really expensive lenses. And then at the end, they actually dropped one of these into the mix. And from a video perspective, you could not tell the difference between this and a $30,000 to $50,000
That's amazing.
camera.
Now, this runs about $6,000 US, right?
This is about 6,100 last time we checked.
Yeah.
Now, the thing about these ones is they do shoot, instead of on tape, they shoot on memory. So we've actually got these memory cards here that go into this side. So we just open up the door, and we've got these two cards here.
Right.
Now, each of these cards will hold up to an hour, 2 hours of video, depending on what size of card you get.
Right.
Now, the downside is, with these cards, this is 8 gigabytes here. We're looking at several $100s for this card.
Right, okay.
If you're looking at 16 gigabytes, which is enough for an hour on this thing,
Right.
you're looking at $800 to $1,000, and then a 32 gig card.
Right.
You don't
It's
even
like
want to know.
a bunch of those are going to cost as much as one of the old tape HD cameras.
Right,
Yeah.
but I mean, the good news is you don't have to use a new one every time you shoot. You just take this card out of the camera,
Right.
then you put it into the side of your computer or into the adapter,
Right.
offload the data, and then erase it and put it back in. So it's reusable 10,000 times, however many times flash memory can be recharged.
Right, very good. And also, it doesn't require that you do the capture from the tape, which takes a long time.
Right.
You just drag and drop the file, right?
Yeah, and so I mentioned tape versus hard drive. The real benefit of the hard drive before was that it wasn't a real-time transfer. With tapes, you have to just sit there and watch it, the whole thing. You shot an hour of footage, you sit there for an hour and watch as it goes slowly over to your computer.
Right, got it.
These ones right here, we can actually get an hour worth of footage over to the computer in 5 to 10
5
minutes.
Fantastic. Okay, good.
So, and the other part of the equation, it's not necessarily a downside, it's a psychological downside of this. When we shot Lab Rats, we shot 150 episodes, I think, on tape.
Right.
And those episodes were all shot on these
mini DV
mini
tapes,
DV
right?
tapes,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
And we didn't want to get rid of these after we were done. We wanted an archive. So Matt's bringing in the box of tapes.
Wow, this is our tape archive? Whoa.
This is what we shot.
First 150 episodes of...
This is all of that, right? So you have this archive, but it takes up a bunch of space. It's kind of wasteful because each of these is like $5, $6, and
Yeah.
this is like several $100s inside this box.
Yeah.
Now, you're not going to waste all of that money on a bunch of plastic that's just going to sit in your closet forever until you
rot.
actually bring it into the Lab Rat studio.
Right.
So instead, you put it all on this, erase it when you're done.
Right.
The downside, of course, is, I think,
Beeping?
yeah, it's shutting down.
Okay.
The downside is that when you erase this,
Yeah.
you have that moment of panic. You're like, oh my God.
It's gone
Did
forever.
it capture?
Yeah.
And if your hard drive crashes,
Bye-bye.
all gone. So
Right.
you got to make sure that you back up on this.
I got it. Okay. All right. Well, let's take a break, and when we come back, we have final thoughts plus the video of the week, a little thing that Andrew Moore Crispin did on Gadget TV, and of course your favorite and mine, Picture Time. That's after this.
You can take this home at the end of the shoot.
I don't know if I can carry it. Well, before we get on to final thoughts about which video camera you should buy, should I talk to this one or that one?
How about I give this one back to Matt?
We have the clip of the week, and if Andrew Moore Crispin, our web editor, has been busy making a show called Gadget TV, and he actually covered the Flip Minnow, if I recall. So we're going to take a quick look at that when we come back. Final thoughts about which video camera to buy, and Picture Time. That's after this.
Welcome on deck. I'm Matt Harris.
Hi, I'm Jay Goldman.
Welcome to the A-List.
Hi, welcome to Miss Download.
Now, on the front of the camera here, we see the fixed lens. We also see a microphone here. And if we flip it onto its side, you'll see the power button here and a hole for accepting a lanyard. On the other side of the device, there's a TV port here, which allows you to connect the Flip Minnow to your television. And if we pull down this switch here, the USB connector slides out of the top.
So, finally, you have to make a choice here, right? Mm-hmm. So, what are the key factors in making your decision?
I think budget is the first one that you got to look at.
Sure.
Obviously.
Right.
So if you don't have a lot of money, go with the Flip. It's cheap and it's
good place to start. Good place to
it's
practice.
A good place to start.
If you decide you don't want to become a videographer, the next Steven Spielberg, then it's, you can prop the, your window up, open with it or whatever. Mm-hmm. Okay, and then beyond that, I get there's an audio issue here too, right?
The audio issue for sure. If you need good audio, you need to step up to at least something that has an audio input like this. You don't have to go full professional the way we have around the studio where we're shooting it and we're using it for other corporate type videos. Your average podcaster probably doesn't need cameras that level.
Right.
But something with audio input at the very least.
You may also want to look for this magical little hole here, which is for a tripod placement, because when you carry these things around, it's going to be shaky. These guys actually do too. The Flip actually have a tripod, and I've seen these mini mounts actually.
Most of them actually will have this as well. So we've got one on the on these cameras too.
So if you don't have Matt Harris at your disposal, our producer, to carry your cameras around, then you just may want to buy one of these $5 tripods to make sure to keep the camera steady. Right, Matt?
Indeed.
Yeah, and the nice thing about, the thing about that that's really worth noting here is the smaller the camera, especially in your hand, the more noticeable any shake and jitteriness is going to be. Just because, your hand amplifies, or the smaller distance is amplified by the small distance between your hand and the lens.
Right.
So the longer cameras, it's not quite so pronounced.
The other factor is the size of Starbucks that you order.
Yes.
So if it's a grande or a venti, then you can have a big shake. So
Yeah,
you need a tripod.
or if you own or get the Quattro Vente like our friend Steve Gibson used to get.
Yeah.
Oh man, just if you don't have optical image stabilization built in, just forget it. You're not shooting anything.
Okay, fine. Good. All right. Any final thoughts? Any final pieces of wisdom from Sean Carruthers, the video expert?
Yeah, I think that's it. Get a tripod. I think it's always a good idea to have a good quality tripod anyhow.
Yeah.
You probably don't want to get the $5 one if you want to get a steady shot, especially if you're getting a heavier camera, because then it'll just start wobbling on top of the tripod as well. So if it's worth doing right, it's worth getting a good tripod.
Okay, awesome. All right, well, let's move from moving pictures to still pictures. It's time for Picture Time, where you send your pictures to us. And in fact, you know what? You could actually send in your videos. A little video hello to us would be fine, and we would be happy to show it during Picture Time. Nobody's done that yet, but we would like to see that. So you can send your pictures too.
Get yourself a good tripod before you take these shots and send them into feedback@labrats.tv.
Okay. All right, so who do we have this week?
Well, we have someone from Romania. We have Zoltan.
In his magic shorts.
In his magic shorts, standing in front of a yellow building.
Got it.
There you go. So I'm not exactly sure where this is, but it is.
Nice legs, Zoltan.
There we go. So send us more pictures of your knees.
Yes,
And Zoltan also sent us a picture of his setup at home.
Oh, good.
Not as many knees here, but you see he does have a still camera here as
Very
well.
good. Okay, great. And anything else? Is that it?
That's it for today.
2 pictures from Zoltan. Okay, as Sean said, you can send your pictures to feedback@labrats.tv. And don't forget to make them too small, because they'll be grainy, and too big means that we'll probably kill our inboxes. So. All right, well, thank you for a fantastic episode.
No, thank you.
All right. Well, we leave you this week with more pictures from Sean's video collection. Thanks so much. My name is Andy Walker,
I'm Sean Carruthers.
and we'll see you next time. Hi, Mom.
Are you ready? Try this at home.
No video on the way out because it says set date.